Recording in progress.
Hi friends, now today we are going to see how to make a grid to list the list of employees. Okay, that we are going to make a grid to list the employees. Okay, so that we are going to do now. So let us start working on that. For that, I need to first work on, see, whenever you are going to work on a new grid or a grid form, the first of all, you should check whether the API part is ready. If not, that has to be made first. Okay. So to make the API part, I'll go to the API. So currently I'm in the employee project. So I'll open the employee table, the first table, in which only we are going to create APIs for reports. So already three APIs are there. I mean, reports are there. So there is one report called list of employee. Let me check what is that. So already you are familiar how to create a list of report API, correct? Now, currently we are seeing list of employee and the main class is employee list. Okay, so all these factors are clear. So it is already readily available now. And employee list SQL is also there. Let me check whether it is. Pakka. So what select star from employee M table where competence ID equal to question mark competence ID and deleted record equal to 0. So that means a report is ready. We need to check whether the report is working in the API. I mean, we will do in the students login. So let me log out. So I am just freshly logging in. Okay, so we are going to do the API test. API testing.php, right? So let me call the API. So I need to know the main tag name. I'll come back. So what is the main tag name? LM employee list. Okay. So this I'll go on to the and what is the parameter? Parameter is simply, sorry. No parameters there, only upper limit is there. So already you are familiar with upper limit. So in the JavaScript last session, you have seen what is the purpose of lower limit, upper limit, all those things will be detailedly discussed. But anyhow, we'll discuss in this chapter also. And there are the other parameters, as I explained, the parameters are upper limit, lower limit, and filter string. Just a minute. Okay, so the parameter list is there. Now, what we are going to do is, let me check. So, fine. So the parameter is only upper limit. So even blank parameter is permitted. So in the last session, we have seen how to check with the blank parameter. Okay. So upper limit is 0. Okay. And stored. So what is the LM? Correct. Okay. adi.php. So let me call the API. So the employee list is listed out. Okay. Now, let me check the employee list in the JavaScript. So you have the employee list. Okay, that we will put it in the notepad. Okay. So there are multiple employees are there. Now this would be right example to test the API part. Okay, let me show you that how it works. In the API test, now what I'm going to do, upper limit 0, I'm going to give 3. Okay, comma, and the lower limit is 0. Now see what happens. Let me call API. So again, list is coming. Only thing, now you will be getting the first 3 APIs. See, now you could see only first 3 APIs. So the number of, first 3 rows. Okay. So list of employees, you have 1, 2, and 3. So that is the purpose of the lower limit and upper limit. Okay. Fine. So the API is working pakka. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create a grid form. Fine. So let me open the Excel. So I'll go to the drive. Yes. Under this drive, forms. Again, you should always remember to open the master JSON Excel, not the other Excel which you have made a copy of it. Okay. Fine. So we need to give the grid name. What is the grid name? So employee grid.php. Sorry. Now it is we have to save this. Correct. So it won't allow you to make edit. Make a copy. Employee grid. Okay. That is the Excel name. So where I should put it in the my project. Under the project. Yeah, under the Neil. I'll put select. Okay. And make a copy. I can remove this one. I can just close this one and start accessing this one. No, okay. So now I need to employee grid. Okay, employee grid.php. Okay. So what is the form title? List of employees. Correct. And it is going to be form 2. So the same thing I'll copy the both the places. All right. Then include file. Include file. You need to copy this. Basis. Edit. INCL. FNS. That page. Right. So this is done. Now we need to directly go for the grid. Okay. So what I need to do, Control J, table. You have to select the table control. Okay. So I'll select the table control. So I came to the table control. Now you have to enable it. So root. Okay. Now we have to provide all the details for the table control. So table control name. What is table control name? It is again employee. Employee grid table. Okay. Can give anything, or you can put table employee grid, whatever you way you want, you can. And there is no changes here. And it is going to be only object provided here. Okay. So let me put I'll delete existing and all. And okay. So employee grid table. That is the object that is in panel 1. Okay. Right. So let us start with this. And back we can put it in the panel 3. PTN back. Okay. So this is button and this is grid or table, whatever. Generally we call table control. So that is the correct term. Grid is a colloquial term. Generally we will use data grid or something like that. Okay. So panel 1 is grid and panel 3 is button. Now come back to the form. So I'll make panel 1. Okay, then now you can define the width of the grid and height of the grid. So width of the grid by default 100%. That means whatever the size of the window, accordingly the width will be available. And height, of course, you need to define. Say I am using it as an pixel like 400 pixel. Then you need to define the add row and delete row functions. Okay. So this is actually, if you see add row function and delete row function, these are two important terms which is going to decide the many wonderful factors of the grid. So we need to give a correct, unique name. That's it. Employee grade. Okay. Grade. Add. Okay. And simply employee grade delete. Okay. So when we have created two functions. One is employee grid add, the other one is employee grid delete. Okay. So we have defined the necessary informations of the grid. Okay, fine. Now come down. Now we have to define what are the columns that we are going to list in the grid. Okay. For that, you need to know the API structure. Okay. So we'll go here, or I think better, this would be better. So let us see what are the columns there. See what are the columns: employee name, join date, address, mobile, email, lot of information are there. But in the grid, we are not going to showcase all the information, whatever available. We will prioritize whatever highly required. So highly required would be employee name, maybe mobile number and email. These are the primary things we will list out, and maybe join date, because join date, so we'll showcase the when he has joined. Okay. So we'll have these 4 columns in the grid. Okay. And we'll have previous CTC also. Okay. So that will be also give lot of information. So basically I am selecting all the necessary. So what is the plan behind? I'm selecting one date, one decimal column and a string column. Okay. That's the purpose behind this. So let me do that. Okay, so let me come to so you know the columns. We'll refer to this one and we'll do. So first is employee name. That is if you want to check whether the name, you should copy paste. That is always advisable. Okay, employee name. Right. Then what is that employee name is going to be a text. And object name. Okay. So what we are going to do, we are going to copy paste. Okay. So basic information already given. Okay. All the basic information covered. Now the next step is creating the columns of the grid. Okay, to know the columns of the grid, we need to check what are the columns are available. So that we can go here and have the list of details, and from there we will select the column. In the table, there could be many columns, but specifically we will have prioritize what are column need to be displayed. The one is employee name, the next would be join date, previous CTC, and email and mobile. We will do all these things. Okay. Maybe department. Yes, department also will be ideal because I'll showcase how to bring department in the grid. That you'll have a lot of learning curve. Fine. So let me go ahead with the employee name, join date, and CTC. Okay. So that I'm going to do. So I'll copy employee name, go back to here. So object name is employee name and object title is, I can put employee or name, whatever, simple. Then it is going to be a text. Employee name is text. So what are the object types available? So the possible object types are text, label, button, DDL, checkbox. These are the object types available. So out of that, I'm going to select the text. Okay. So the basic. Now, what is the size of the column? See, you have to divide the, for example, you are going to take up 4 columns. Okay. Then you have to divide what are the column size. Okay. The column size will come in the last stage. Okay. Let me go ahead with the other details. So done. And whether you alignment you want left alignment or right alignment, center alignment. Okay. Let it be left alignment. Fine. So the first part is done. The next part is at the next row of the next column of the grid. So next column, see, the first column lies here. This, they call it as first column. And the next column starts here. And further column duplicate starts here. Okay. So let me show all things now. So I'll go back to this. I'll take join date. So come back to the Excel. So it is join date is again text. Okay. So object name is join date and title is joined on. Okay. Fine. So this also done. So this again, let it be left aligned. Okay. So next column is done. Now I'm going to put the third column. So third column, what I need to do? I need to copy this, Control C and Control V. Okay. So I'm trying to duplicate. So the first and second columns by default, the provision is made. If you want to add the third column, then you have to copy paste in the duplicate section, then start renaming it. So what is the next column you want to display? Previous CTC. Okay. So previous CTC will take and put it in the, okay. So object name is previous CTC and here you put CTC. Okay. So this is done, and again previous CTC being numeric, it has to be right aligned. Correct. It looks better. Okay, that's it. Now, of course, this information is not required. You can delete this one. Now, okay, now you have to decide about the comma. Of course, comma is by default, it is there. So the last one we'll remove. So what is the next column? Previous CTC is made. Then we'll go ahead with the mobile. So, okay, before doing mobile, we need to copy. So, let me copy to our two. Let it be, okay. So, I need to copy the mobile. So, mobile, okay, done. So, then the next one is email, okay. So, all necessary information has been taken and updated in the grid. The department I said, correct. So, let me put department also. So the next column is going to department. So department is a drop down. So what I need to do, I have to make a drop down. First, let me duplicate the row. Then what is the object type for DDL? Drop down is DDL. Okay. So I'll put DDL. Then what is the column here? DEPT ID. Okay. Fine. Okay. Done. Okay, I'm not going to display department as of now. I'll explain what is the reason. Okay, let me delete this one. We will go ahead with this. Then I'll come up with the department. Okay, so let me delete this. So delete row. For different reason it is there. So let me explain why I have deleted the latest. Now let me define the length of the columns as per the percentage. So employee name, let me put 30%. So while defining the 30%, if I put 30% here, what you see what happens? So it directly becomes like a property of the Excel. So it considers a numerical value. But I need not want numerical value. So I need to put, it should be a string. So I'll be using single quotes, 30%. Okay. And so that is join date is, let me put 15%. Okay. Previous CTC 10%. Mobile again 15%. And email, let it be 20%. Okay, now you need to check whether the summary reaches the 100%. Like 20, 15, 45. Okay, 45. Again, this is one more 15, 60 and 30. That means 90. So let me make it as 40. So that means 100. So 40 plus 15, 55, 65, 65, 5, 70, 80 and 100. Okay. Okay. Now the necessary information has been added and you need to check with the comma as well as the, so right alignment is not required for mobile. So I'll make left alignment and email also left alignment. Okay. Okay. Fine. Now check up with comma. So with this, the grid is ready. Okay. Now the next part, what we'll see is JavaScript that I'll explain. So all the necessary information has been added in the grid. Now we have to generate the grid to view it in the browser. Okay. So let me go to AU column. Okay, copy. So I am going to create a text file. So employee grade 2024 07 sorry 0802 time is 8:37. Okay. So the file is ready. Now I have to put the enter the detail into that one. Sorry. Copy, paste it here. Okay. So this is done. So I'll transfer to site folder. Okay, transfer to site folder. Now let me refresh. So the PHP is created. So I'll delete the existing, text file I'll remove. Okay. So I'll get the PHP back to my local folder. So I delete the text file. Okay. Now I remove all the timestamp in the file name. So employee grid.php. Okay. And let me copy this to the student folder. Employee grid. Okay. One more thing that you need to do is include file. So you need to download the include file and rename as per the requirement. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll go to my folder or okay. So let me go to the ESAPS folder. ESA 6.3 is available. Under that chapter 2, under that the include file is there. You have to download that. So it got downloaded. So I'll open that and copy that to the local folder, to the my LM folder. Okay. Then rename it like EMPL grade _ INCL FNS.php. So that is the required include file, and this include file is to be moved to the stud folder. So it is available here. So I'll just click that one. So it goes to the stud folder. Now everything is ready. Now we'll just see how the grid is visible. So now EMPL grid, EMPL_GRID.php. So the grid is available. So employee joined on previous CTC, mobile, email, everything is there, but no data is there. So to get the data, we need to work on the JavaScript. Okay, fine.